What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be back to work on the 2019 Dodge Challenger. As you guys see in the previous episode, we got this thing running and driving, and I gotta say, everything turned out absolutely amazing with this car. Now, in today's video, I want to get this thing nice and painted in. That means we do have to do a little bit of body work. I gotta say, there's not much dents on this car. I got my Sharpie. Let's go ahead and mark up all the dents. I did find like 2 dents on the hood, as you can see, right there, right in that light. Have a little bit of dent. We're gonna just mark every dent so we don't miss any, because these dents are kind of small and we definitely don't want to paint right over them because that would kind of suck. And then we have a little bit of body damage right here, which it's not much. It's kind of just where the bumper got ripped off, and there is a bracket that goes right back there with a bolt, and it just kind of pulled it off. So not too bad. Over here on the driver's side, we also have a little bit of a scratch, so that can just be sanded out. We won't have to put any body filler on there. And if we come over here to the door, we have a little ding right here. It looks like a door ding or a shopping cart ding or something like that. And we have this little area right here. I'm guessing this is the fender when it got hit right there. Just scratched it up. Then a little bit of a crease right here. And then this right here is kind of just a scratch, which I think a little bit of putty will fix that up. But I gotta say, there is not much body work to do on this car, which I absolutely love because I hate doing body work. So I think the first thing we are gonna do is strip down this door. We need to take off this mirror right here, take off the door handle, also take this off right here, just so we can get a nice sanded area. So let's go ahead and get straight to work, get this door disassembled, and start fixing all the dents. So we got the entire passenger door all nice and stripped down, and I did notice there was some broken glass in there. So I'm guessing somebody broke in this car at one point. We'll probably have to do a little bit more vacuuming because I think there is still a little bit left inside there. But now it's time to just go ahead and knock out all this body work. It should be pretty easy, pretty simple. So let's just get straight to it. So finally, after a couple of hours of body work, everything is complete. Now it's time to go ahead and tape this sucker up and get some primer down. And I gotta say, I love doing body work like this because it takes so fast. I mean, you had a little bit of a dent there, 2 dents on the side, and then a couple of dents on the hood, which those were just super easy to fix. And the fender also turned out perfectly. Look at that, got everything lined up. Now let's go ahead and tape this car up and get it ready for some primer. So we got the entire car all nice and taped up, and then I also went ahead and just cleaned up all of the bodywork spots with some wax and grease remover just to get rid of all that grease that might have came off my fingers or anything like that. We definitely don't want any imperfections in this bodywork, so let's go ahead and mix up some primer and get everything sprayed in real nice. So we got all the body work done on the Challenger. I gotta say, it turned out absolutely amazing. Now it's time to go ahead and sand this sucker down. We're only gonna be painting this fender, the hood, that fender, and then blending onto that door. I don't think we'll need to blend onto this door because, I mean, this is kind of like a solid purple, and we'll get some nice expensive paint. So I definitely don't want to paint stuff that we don't have to paint, and I think it will match up perfectly right there. So all we need to do right now is basically just tape off the door, tape this off. And I definitely want to tape this up because it is matte. I'm pretty sure if you sand this primer and it gets on there, it might stain it. We definitely don't want to do any of that. So let's go ahead and get everything prepped and get this car sanded and ready for the paint booth. So check it out, the car is all nice and sanded. I also went ahead and washed every inch of the car, washed the entire engine bay just to make sure there's no loose dirt anywhere. car looks absolutely amazing. Everything is sanded out perfectly. Now we're gonna take it over to my dad's shop and get this sucker painted in. So guys, we're at my dad's shop and I gotta say this car drives absolutely amazing, except for the little knocking noise from the sway bar link, which I went ahead and ordered 2 new ones from O'Reilly's. They said they'll be here in a couple of hours, but this thing is basically ready for paint. And I gotta say, they got some pretty cool cars over here. Check out this M3 4-door with the carbon ceramic brakes. This thing's pretty freaking clean. I've always wanted a 4-door M3. I actually just sold my M2, which maybe I'll get one of these here soon. I mean, we'll have to see. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing ready to go in the booth. We just basically need to take off this bumper and pull it into the paint booth and get it taped up. So we got the car all disassembled in the paint booth. I went ahead and took off the mirror because I kind of just put it on there just to drive it here. We also took off that little trim piece right there. Now it's 100% ready to just tape up and get it sprayed in. So let's just go ahead and tape everything up perfectly. We got the entire car all nice and taped up. Everything looks pretty good. We had to fix one little imperfection on the hood right there, but that all turned out pretty good. Paul's gonna spray this sucker in today, and all we gotta do right now is actually probably clean it down, because I cleaned it a couple times with some degreaser, but I don't think that's enough. Probably need to use some glass cleaner, right?
Yeah, I hit it with some glass cleaner and then we'll tack it.
Yeah, and then I did also just go ahead and prime this entire bumper, because there was a couple of scratches from me throwing it around, and I sanded down all of these edges, because if you know aftermarket bumpers, these things have some terrible edges. So all you have to do is basically just sand them down with like a 400 grit, and you'll get rid of all those and make them nice and smooth. But what we're gonna do right now is go ahead and give this thing a nice clean, and then we're gonna seal this front bumper, and also maybe just seal some of these Bondo spots or the primer spots, because I did kind of sand through a couple of times. No biggie there, but let's go ahead and get all this stuff cleaned down and start throwing down some sealer. So we got everything nice and clean. Now Paul's gonna go ahead and explain what we're gonna be doing in here.
The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna seal off the areas that we're blending. We're gonna seal it off with some clear base coat, the fender and the door, and then we're gonna go ahead and put some sealer on the multicolored parts so we get a nice even base, and then we'll go with the purple.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Check out this little suit he got. That thing is sick.
You got too much grief and not having the right, equipment, so we had to,
upgrade.
Really upgrade. So.
Wait, it just feeds what, fresh air into there?
Yeah. Little unit back here.
Oh wow, that's freaking awesome. I've seen those. It looks like a robot. Alrighty, let's get the sucker sprayed in. So Paul got all the base coat laid down, and I gotta say, it looks absolutely amazing. Dude, this car right here in matte would look so freaking good. Look at that right there. Check it out. There's like 0 to no trash. Because, I mean, we just spent a lot of time prepping it, cleaning it. I did do a really decent job taping everything up. I taped the clear wrap to the ground right there. And I think that's containing all of the trash. Because usually if you don't do that, some of the trash comes off from the bottom of the car. Plus, we washed this car about 10 times. And now Paul's going to go ahead and get ready with the clear coat. We're going to get this sucker slicked in. It's about to look so freaking good. And there it is, guys. The Challenger is all nice and painted. I can't be more happy with the way it turned out. Everything looks good. The blend area right here goes pretty good. I mean, you can't really tell anything. It's in the booth right now, but we'll see how it looks whenever we take it out in the sun. Then I also went ahead and untaped it because right here, you definitely want to untape it while the clear coat is still a little bit wet. Because if you don't, and then you go to untape it the next day, you could potentially peel the clear coat and paint clean off. But we got everything untaped. I did make a little bit of a mistake over here. Check this out. I was untaping that side, and the little clear wrap actually like went up and touched it right there. But I think we can buff all that out. Isn't too bad. But man, I gotta say, all the bodywork looks good. Bumper looks good. This thing will need a couple of days to dry, and then we can reassemble it. So guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. I gotta say, the Dodge Challenger turned out absolutely amazing. I gotta give a big shout out to my brother Paul for spraying it in. Now I wanna give you guys a little update on the parts business. Check this out. We went ahead and installed some shelves and a nice LED light inside here. And we're basically just selling a couple of things. And I gotta say, I absolutely love it. But anyways, if you all enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit that like button. Also follow us on Instagram at vTuned. Thanks for watching.